Listen, I must say this. Anybody who does not press the like button on this video, that means that you most likely find RuPaul sexually attractive. Look, man, whatever floats your boat, right? I think it's Pride Month, right? So this might be your month, but what does that have to do with me? So by your logic, that's stopping you from pressing the like button out of spite to me? It's like, bro, just press the free like button. The people who don't press the like button are the same people who probably jerk off to RuPaul's drag racing TV show, which is nasty and weird. It's like, bro, it ain't that serious. So you would rather spite me by not pressing the like button because you feel guilty because you jack off to RuPaul's drag racing TV show? Look, man, whatever floats your boat, I'm not here to judge, but just press the free like button. This video should be over 100 likes. See, the people who do press the like button, those are the same people who do not find RuPaul sexually attractive, and they don't watch RuPaul's drag racing TV show. Facts on facts. There's a weird double standard when it comes to how people view Charlotte Flair, in terms of people always complain that every time she comes back, she gets a title shot, right? But at the same time, these are the same people that think Triple H is burying Brock Lesnar because he's no longer in the world title scene. But by that logic, shouldn't you be happy that Brock is not in the world title scene because he is a part-timer, right? You people don't like it because he never earns his title shots. But you want to ignore that by focusing on why Charlotte Flair always gets handed title shots after taking long breaks. Well, maybe they are trying to turn her into the new Brock Lesnar for the females. Maybe they feel like she has earned the right to take breaks and be handed title shots. It's like, look, man, you can't have it both ways, right? I'm guessing Charlotte is a brand new part-timer. So you can't have it both ways. You can't have an issue with her, but you don't have an issue with Roman Reigns, who rarely wrestles. So you have no issue with Roman Reigns not wrestling enough, but you have an issue with Charlotte being handed title shots after taking long breaks. You can't make that make sense. You got to keep that same energy. That's what I mean by I think you dorks are sexually attracted to Roman Reigns to give him all these hall passes that you never gave Goldberg and Brock Lesnar as part-time world champions. So Roman is a cool part-timer. I mean, I don't see a huge difference between him, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar. You hated Bill Goldberg as a part-time champion, but you love Roman Reigns. Like, why? I don't get that. You hated Brock with Paul Heyman as world champion, but you have no issue with Heyman and Roman as world champion, but and they are part-time. I don't make sense. It's like you people are sexually attracted to Roman Reigns, and I mean that. I'm not trolling. I really mean, I think you really are sexually attracted to Roman Reigns to give him these hall passes that you never gave Brock and Bill Goldberg. So it was a problem in 2017 that Brock was showing up every 4 months. Okay, that was a problem, but fast forward years later, Roman has a longer break schedule compared to Brock. But you are saying that he brings prestige to that title because he rarely defends it. Okay, you did not have that same energy for Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. You did not have that same energy when Goldberg beat The Fiend and became a part-time champion, even though The Fiend was literally a part-time champion. But let's not bring that up. Maybe Charlotte is being booked as the next Brock Lesnar and the next Roman Reigns, as being a big name attraction that does not wrestle on regular television. What's the issue? I'm saying, it's like, that's a huge double standard. It's like, you don't have an issue when Brock or Roman does it, but how come you have an issue with Charlotte Flair does? She has a big resume. She's a 14-time champion? It's like, she has a big time resume. I think she's earned the right to have a Roman Reigns schedule. I feel like she's earned the right to have a Brock Lesnar schedule. See, people think, oh, Vince in charge now because Charlotte's being handed title shots. I'm like, dude, she's earned the right. You can't have it both ways. She has had the same career, homie, as Roman Reigns for the past 6 years. She is the female Roman Reigns in terms of how they view her on the card. So I have no issue. But how come people are trying to ignore the fact that her resume has earned her the right to be a part-timer? It's like, when was the last time we seen Charlotte actually wrestle a regular match on regular TV? So it's like, you gotta keep that same energy. It's like, just accept the fact that they see her as Brock and Goldberg and Roman Reigns. That's how they view her. So no, I don't have an issue with her taking breaks like Brock Lesnar. She's earned that right. Have you seen her damn resume? She has earned the right not to wrestle every week. So you don't have an issue with Roman Reigns wrestling every week. You don't have an issue with him not wrestling every week, but you have an issue with Charlotte Flair being handed title shots after taking long breaks. But hold on, Brock does it, Goldberg does it, Roman Reigns does it, because Charlotte is a future Hall of Famer. She is an icon at this point. Okay, she's no longer a regular mid-card chick. She's a main eventer. She's a big name. She is a future Hall of Famer. She's earned the right to have a part-time Roman Reigns schedule. Where is the lie? She has held more championships than both Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Let that sink in. So yes, I feel like she's earned the right to have that kind of a schedule. Just because you don't like her, okay, that's your fucking issue. But you can't say, oh, Vince this, Vince that. Like, bitch, I'm like, Triple H is her biggest fan. Let me say that once again. Charlotte Flair, her biggest fan is actually Triple H. So why is that everybody's go-to fucking boogeyman? Vince McMahon. If, look, everything you don't like, you blame Vince. Everything you do like, you blame Hunter. I don't get it. You praise Hunter when you think you like something that he might have done, but there's no proof of it. Just like there's no proof that Vince has done this, that, or the other. It's like you people are sickos. So if there is a bad booking decision, you blame Vince. When you feel like there's a bad booking decision, you blame Vince. But every time you like something, you praise Triple H. But when things go bad, you blame Vince. That makes no fucking sense. That's weirdo behavior. That's bipolar behavior. It's like, look, Vince is not in charge, man. You gotta just face the fucking facts. He's not in charge. Vince gives input, but as he said with his own fucking mouth, you marks. Yes, you marks. See, marks are people who overreact to small shit that they can't get past. It's like, bro, he said it with his own mouth. Triple H is in charge of creative. Triple H has the final fucking say. Vince can give input, but it's up to Triple H if he wants to take that input seriously. And most of the time he does, because he still looks up to Vince. But when it comes to how the way Charlotte Flair is booked, yes, I have no issue with it. Look, when it comes to the female division, they need their own Brock Lesnar. They need their own Roman Reigns. Like you said, Marks, didn't you say Roman don't have to fight every week? He don't have to fight for the belt every week. That brings prestige. Okay, so by that same logic, you shouldn't have no issue with Charlotte Flair being handed title shots and barely wrestling. By your same logic, doesn't that bring the women's division more prestige by your own logic? Charlotte has earned a right to be a part-timer. But how do I feel about her as a current character? I must admit, her promos are getting worse. That's my only gripe about Flair. Her promos are getting worse and worse. It's like, man, I don't like her on the microphone. I feel like she's very annoying on the microphone, but I'm not going to take away the fact that that's their biggest draw. That's their biggest attraction in that women's division. It's like, so that division needs their own Brock and Roman Reigns. Like you said, she's a part-timer, right? And she is their biggest draw. She don't have to wrestle every week. That brings more hype to that division. Every time we see her, she brings a big fight feel. Like I said, you can't have the same energy for Roman Reigns, but have different energy towards Flair because you don't like her. That makes no sense. So, to answer your question, why does Charlotte Flair keep getting handed title shots every time she comes back from her breaks? It's because that's their Brock and Roman Reigns for the women's division. If you have no issue with Roman barely showing up and being handed everything, then you shouldn't have an issue with Charlotte Flair having that same kind of schedule. You gotta keep that same motherfucking energy. So that is your answer. She is the new Brock Lesnar. She is the new Roman Reigns. She now has a part-time schedule because she's a big name. She is a veteran. And at this point, she is an icon for that division. We don't need to see Flair every week. She don't have to wrestle every week. I feel like she's earned the right to have a part-time schedule at this point. And she brings more eyes. Now, I am tired of seeing Flair and Asuka having matches, but that's what we are faced with. That division needs more attractions. Charlotte Flair brings more eyes to that division. That's all that matters. That's how they view Goldberg, Brock, and Roman Reigns. So, to answer your question, she is the new Brock Lesnar. That's it. I'm done.